Batman must get the Justice League together so that they can stop the evil Steppenwolf and his army of parademons from taking over the world. This film stars Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, Ray Fisher, and Henry Cavill. This film is directed by Zack Snyder, who also directed 2016's Batman v Superman, and Joss Whedon had to step in for 2 months of reshoots after Zack Snyder stepped down after a family bereavement. So where do I start with this film? This film is okay. It's not as bad as critics are saying, but it isn't a great movie either. This film is quite vanilla. It feels quite bland and safe. This film should have felt more grand, and it should have felt much more bigger than it actually was. This is the first time we're seeing the Justice League together on the big screen. This film feels very much like there was a lot cut out, and I think that was down to the reception of Batman v Superman. I think that the bad reception of that film actually meant that Warner Brothers wanted to change a lot in this film. Majority of this film we saw were a lot of reshoots. The film was originally meant to be somewhere around 2 hours and 40 minutes. The film that we saw was around 2 hours, and I feel like it felt quite short. This film has a weak plot. I feel that the original cut of this film had more plot points. The villain of this film, Steppenwolf, he feels very bland. He feels like a very stereotypical villain, and I didn't get a real sense of danger from him. The CG in this film wasn't very good either. You could see that they used a lot of green screen for most of the action shots, and the CG on Cyborg wasn't very good. I thought that he looked very good when he was wearing the hoodie and there wasn't showing a lot of the suit. And then there was the CG on Superman, which was very distracting. Due to the shooting conflicts between the reshoots of this film and Mission Impossible 6, Henry Cavill was contracted to keep his mustache, and you could see that for a lot of shots in this film they CG'd out his mustache. It's very jarring. The first thing we see in this film is actually a video of Superman, and you can see that a lot of terrible CG on his top lip. What I did like about this film was the look of Gotham. I felt that they certainly got the look right for Gotham. It felt dark and smoky. It's something that was done right in Batman Begins, but it was changed in The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. You could see that it's clearly shot in Chicago. I really liked Ezra Miller's performance as the Flash. I like him as an actor, and I thought that he was very funny in this film. I also like the fact that Henry Allen is played by Billy Crudup, who is known for playing Dr. Manhattan in Watchmen. I like that Superman's suit was much lighter, and he felt like he was written better in this film compared to Batman v Superman, even though, you know, we only get a little bit out of him in this film. So overall, I feel this film isn't terrible, but it fell flat in places. It felt like there should have been more to the plot in the film. The film is much more light-hearted than previous DC films, and I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.